We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Hey, Mike.
Go for the kid.
And we're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 186. Wow. With your boys. First, I am that leg slap professor. Oh, yeah, I brought it back. And the lead commentator, Mikey Q. And I am joined by...
So, homie, one more again, DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night. All you IWC goons out there, aka Summer Down Not Summer. We out here.
And
We out
live.
here.
We live. Shout out to King V. Of course, could not be here tonight, but he's here in spirit. So
Absolutely.
we gotta hold it down to the best of our abilities. We are not V. We can never be V, and you guys
Nope.
can never be V.
Nope.
But we're gonna try to do our best here. Shout out to everybody joining us on Twitter. Shout out to everybody that listens to us on Apple and Spotify and all of those social media platforms and digital platforms. We're still trying to work out our Facebook situation. Facebook changed their criteria for broadcasting live shows. So we're still trying to work through that. But everybody that's watching on Twitch, on YouTube, we appreciate you. Any way that you're watching us, we appreciate you. And there's literally a bunch of other shows going on right now, but you're choosing to rock with us, and we thank you. We appreciate you. Now, tonight, we have to talk about the Clash. Okay? It happened in Scotland this past weekend. Oh, yeah, it happened. It definitely happened.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
A lot to discuss, right, Knuckles?
Oh, buddy, a lot to discuss. That's an understatement. But let's get it popping. Let's get to it.
Let's get right to it then. All right. So again, the Clash went down this Saturday. Drew McIntyre was on the promotional poster.
Yeah, he was.
I'll just leave that there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Well, he was on the poster, but did it work out for him?
First man.
Say again, Knuckles?
Come on, you're giving away the whole gimmick.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just posing the question.
Okay, I got you. What's the question?
Question is, did it work out for him, even though he was on a promotional poster? We'll get there.
Yeah, of course it worked out for him. Yeah.
Okay, so the show opened with an I quit match. I will not say I quit. With an I quit match, it was Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against phenomenal AJ Styles.
How far back are you gonna go?
That was 99, I believe, right?
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble 99. I will not say.
Golly.
This was dope. I really liked a lot of what happened in this match, a lot of the story in this match. AJ dominated for a lot of this match. And then Cody, of course, made a comeback. Really cool spot when AJ was going for the phenomenal forearm. Cody hit AJ with the chair right in the head, threw it at him. AJ falls, takes a bump through the table. Really, really cool spot there. I really enjoyed this match. Knuckles, what did you think about it?
I thought it was good, man. Listen, a lot of people give slack about Cody and, the character and how, they don't like it and everything like that. But let's be honest, the man puts on a solid match with whoever he's with. He's the quintessential baby face to, fight from the bottom, comes out in the beginning, blaze of glory, and then the fight from the bottom to get to where he needs to be at is impeccable. AJ, of course, AJ was AJ. AJ put on a great performance.
Isn't that
Nothing.
something where it's like it's just AJ's AJ? You know what I'm saying? Like we just kind of expect this from him now. It's like AJ's AJ.
Listen,
you know?
I can't remember the last time I watched the AJ match and was like, he's A1 every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those spots in the matches was, the spot with his mom. I thought that was funny. That gave me a little bit of comic relief. She couldn't get that slap right, so she had to tag him 3 or 4 times. I was like, hey, wait a minute now.
wait a minute.
Like, hey, you ain't talent. What is this? But yeah, it was good. I definitely enjoyed it. I think the right person won. Now the question is, with AJ going through the whole Mark Henry cosplay to get this championship match, and he ends up losing. Now what?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know. A quick note about the match, real quick. We also got blood from both AJ and Cody in the match. I think Cody went into like the barricade or something, and when AJ was getting slapped by Cody's mom. No, that was after actually, but AJ had gotten the face of Cody's mom, and during that time period, Cody somehow got busted open. And for everybody saying that, it wasn't quote unquote real, you could literally see the blood coming out of his head on like, I think it was like either a chin lock or a headlock, and you could see the blood coming out of his head. So he had a legitimate cut. Okay, so we are loosening up on some of the blood restrictions here in WWE, which is cool to see. AJ also was busted open. Very cool. I mean, it's an I Quit match. It should have that type of intensity and brutality. Now, what happens with AJ after this? I don't know. I think they posed that question at Clash. I'm not sure. That's a great question.
Yeah. I'm kind of, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't like the finish. The finish was very bland.
AJ just, I quit.
Yeah. I thought that finish was very bland. Seeing the punishment that he took during that match, and then to possibly, get hit with a set of stairs, you would try to do whatever you can to. I didn't like it. I would have.
He also was handcuffed, though, right? I think he was handcuffed.
He was handcuffed.
So
I think that was all. It was premeditated anyway from the promo, because it was like AJ was telling him, "Oh, you don't have what it takes to such and such," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I mean, with Cody going to that extreme, like tapping into that, extreme type demeanor, it was okay. I just would have preferred AJ to tap out, because Cody is not a submission specialist. So for him to tap out to a submission move, I thought that would have, gave it a little bit more clout. But either way,
I think so, and I agree with you to a degree. I think AJ being a heel, it worked that he would just quit. Like, I think that if AJ wasn't a heel, then that definitely, would have been a little bit of a different story. But because AJ's a heel, and he was kind of being a coward in the sense of like, oh no, he's gonna hit me with the steps. No, I quit.
Right.
Yeah. I think it worked. Just me personally, I think it worked.
Yeah. Him tapping out was just my personal preference, but the way it went down, it made sense.
Okay.
So I'm not mad at it. I just would have preferred.
Yeah.
But who am I? I'm just a broadcast journalist.
Who writes things down?
Absolutely.
So, speaking of writing things down, what did you write down for the results of this match?
I wrote down Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And I wrote AJ Styles for everybody else. Yep.
Oh, we're gonna be waiting for you. We coming for you.
We coming for you. No, everybody had Cody there, so everybody's 1-0.
Okay, so nobody believes in AJ. All right, got it. All right. Okay, This is when it starts to get a little weird here. All right, so we had the unholy union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn defeating Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. This is one of those moments where I wish V was here, but he's not. But we're gonna try to cover this the best we can. A lot going on in this match.
Yes.
A lot of criticism online. A lot of criticism.
But okay, so let me. All right, so
Yeah,
let me.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to tap into my King V here.
Okay.
A lot of criticism online. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But at this point, let me be perfectly clear. I love Jade Cargill. Always bet on black.
Of course.
Always bet on black.
Yeah.
However, when we were making these criticisms earlier, we on this show were saying, "Oh, well, she's green, blah blah blah." She's got to get used to it. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Shayna Baszler really kind of threw a shade when she said Zoe Stark pulled 3 springboards in the same match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm like, is this criticism warranted and verified at this point? Especially what happened. She tapped out.
Okay.
Twice.
So the spot that you're referring to is when Shayna had Jade in like a sleeper hold and
Careful to clutch.
Yeah. And it appeared that Jade went like
like arm around the throat.
And then you could hear Jessica, the referee, tell her, don't tap, or you're tapping, something to that extent. You could clearly audibly hear that, unless they took it off the replay version of it. But you can audibly hear referee Jessica Card telling Jade not to tap out. So again, in full disclosure, right? I watched the match late, and then I remember I put in our group chat, what happened in that match? Like, and it wasn't to be super critical of Jade, and that's what I'm not trying to do right now. I'm not being critical of Jade. I was just wondering what happened. Was it a case of forgotten finish? Did the finish change? Was like, what happened? That was, and I may never know what happened. I don't know Jade. I don't know anybody in that match. Well, I had a conversation with Bianca before, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know anybody else in that match. So I may never know what happened in the match, but it was just as a fan, right? From a fan's perspective, something was wrong. It was like, and it wasn't just that. I know you was referring to the springboard spot where Jade tried to do a springboard and she tripped. I'm not going to criticize her for that. That happens. It's live television. The ropes get sweaty. It happens. Okay, fine. Zoe hit 3 springboards. Congratulations, Zoe Stark. I'm not going to be, that guy that's, oh, she needs to go to NXT and this, that, and third. Could Jade use more training? Of course. I'm not like that dense to the point where it's like, all right, like I can't see that Jade needs ring work. We know Jade needs ring work. She's literally having to learn on television every single week. But there's a lot of people that need in-ring work. There's a lot of y'all favorites that mess up spots. Okay. So I'm not gonna be super critical of Jade on the springboard. As far as the Karavuda clutch submission where she tapped, we've seen it before once in AEW where she didn't kick out of Allie. It was like 1, 2, and Aubrey literally had to stop counting because Jade forgot to kick out. A little bit of inside, and I may or may not be qualified to speak on this, but the reason Jade forgot to kick out on the Allie spot back in AEW, Allie was talking to her as Aubrey was counting. Again, not making excuses, but you can literally tell, and I'm sure I'm giving away stuff I'm probably not supposed to, but you can literally see Allie is talking to Jade on the cover. So as Aubrey's going 1, 2, you literally see like Allie's like, it's like 1, 2, and then Jade forgot to like kick out because she's probably listening to Allie. Again, yes, the inexperience. Okay, you have to be able to multitask, listen, and be able to listen to the referee. I know for a fact when I was on commentary, it's tough. Like if you think about how many people are in your ear at the same time while you're speaking, it is a tough thing. You have the crowd in your headphones. You have your partner who you're next to in your headphones. Sometimes you'll have the producer in your headphones. You'll have whoever. In the WWE, they probably have Triple H in their headphones every now and then. So again, it's not easy. And a lot of people that are criticizing Jade can't do half of what the talents do in the ring. So I'm not gonna criticize Jade too much for it. Did she mess up? Yeah, she did. Does it happen? Yeah, it does.
All
It's
the
okay.
time.
It's okay. Do you think Brett will return to WWE one day? Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't see
You
him
better
not.
you better not let V see that name.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I didn't even. I just read the comment, didn't even read the name. Yeah, I'm sure wherever V's at, he's looking at the comments. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the title change. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire win the tag team titles in their home country. What'd you think of this? And was this always the plan?
Can we
'Cause I don't
just say? Can we just lay it out there for what it is? This is a sympathy win. I hate to say that, but it is what it
Yeah,
is.
talk to the people, Knuckles. I'm still listening. I'm still here. Talk to the people, Knuckles.
It's a sympathy win, ladies and gentlemen. Think about let's see, Clash of the Castle was Saturday. So let's just think about the 72 some odd hours, 96 hours that I believe it was Alba Fire had. So she comes in, it is Alba Fire, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
So she comes in, she gets they lead her up, and let me make this point. I'm happy they're getting television time because they're a good team. They're a really good team. They shouldn't be just left on the sideline to their own devices or, fixing cake and catering. They're better than that. They're better than that. So for them to actually get this spot is cool. Did it have something to do with it being in Scotland? Probably.
Yeah.
But no one thought they were going to win this match.
No.
I mean, nobody thought they were going to win this match. And then we have the unfortunate situation where she loses her mom. Now that is beyond wrestling. That has nothing to do with professional wrestling or sports entertainment. That is real life.
Yeah.
So I believe in my heart that the audible was called. And let's be honest, we've seen it before. I don't think the WWE would do it, but we've seen it in independent wrestling and shout out to Joakim Morales, he is notorious for this, for a finish to be changed on the fly without the talents knowing.
Allegedly. Okay. But let's
allegedly. But it could have been. I don't know. A lot of me thinks this is a sympathy win. A lot of me thinks that's what it is because of what Alba Fire had to go through with her mom and then it being in her hometown. But either way, I'm happy for them. I hope they do something with them. That's the big point. I hope
Yeah.
they do something with it.
I feel like the tag team titles are cursed, but that's neither here nor there.
You've always felt that way.
Always.
So.
And to this point, it's been true. All right, so John X, were Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels actually rivals, or do you think they were jealous of each other? So there definitely was a lot of animosity and real heat, as we call it in the business, between Bret and Shawn. They did not like each other. Okay. They were not friends. They didn't get along. But they knew how to do business with each other. That's the thing. I think that there was always some type of mutual respect between the two.
They
But
hated each other.
right. But and that's the thing. Hate is a strong word. But strongly disliked each other.
Is it though?
But no, seriously, it's my understanding that they respected each other in ring, but in terms of like personally, they could not stand each other. They hated each other. Like Knuckles said. I'm sure now, they're better, they're in a better place, but
Yeah.
they did not like each other in the 90s. So no, it wasn't just a storyline or something like this was like real life stuff here.
Right.
Okay. So nobody. Okay, you already answered the fact that nobody chose the unholy union to win the match. So let's just keep going.
Please.
Since nobody chose them. All right.
I'm hanging on by a string right now.
I hear that. All right.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn defeats Chad Gable again. A singles match for the Intercontinental Championship. Some drama outside. Otis, Maxine, Tozawa, they start walking away. Really cool spot where Sammy caused Gable to chop block Maxine on a bad leg. Which is cool because you don't see that type of stuff too much in WWE now. And again, they can get away with the fact that Sammy pushed Chad into Maxine. Chad didn't. It wasn't actually violence on.
Right.
You get it, but yeah. So, I thought this was a good match. I mean, I thought the drama behind it was really interesting. I love the crowd. And this is another thing. I know I was critical last month of the France crowd. I love the Scotland crowd. I love the Scotland crowd. I thought, and I feel like, and for me, this is the difference between being invested in what you're seeing and the talents that you're seeing out there versus just doing a bunch of chants to like get yourself over. So I really do feel like the Scotland crowd, I enjoyed that crowd more. Like it wasn't overbearing for me. I felt like everything that they did added to what was going on out there. And the crowd heat was great for the whole show, but it was great for Sammy and Gable.
It was.
Sammy was this huge baby face. Gable, big heel there. So I enjoyed this. What'd you think about it, Knuckles?
This was good. This was good. What I thought was going to happen did happen.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I said during the predictions that Otis was going to have some sort of play in the finish. It was going to be, he wasn't physical, but he did exactly what he needed to do to cost Chad the match.
Yeah.
All right, full disclosure, are we going to talk about Raw as a separate entity?
Yeah,
or
we
no?
can cover the major moments of Raw, definitely.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do that later. But yeah, it played out exactly how I wanted it to. The crowd was waiting on it. I think the timing was right.
Yeah.
I think if they'd have held out any longer, then it really would have been like would have got stale. But yeah, Otis and Maxine walk out. They get the hell up out of there, and It cost Chad the match. Yeah, the question would have stood again. What now for Chad Gable? But funeral services for.
Just a preview of what we're talking about. All right, that feels good. That that feels good. All right, I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yes, we will get to that.
So how do we do on that prediction?
Everyone got it right, but V. V went with Chad.
Oh, sorry, V.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't blame his choice because I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you know,
I went with the safe bet of Sammy, but I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Gable found a way to win. I think I said that last week.
yeah.
But I'm like, I'm going with the safe bet, and the safe bet would have been Sami Zayn. So
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's keep going. Everybody's all tied up right about now. Let's see if we can get some changes here. All right, so Bailey versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green in a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. Yeah. I you know what? I'm with you.
That's all I can say. I have nothing to say.
Very impressive. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Definitely better than this tag team match that was earlier in the night. Great false finishes. Great drama.
Yep.
I really enjoyed this. And Bailey winning with using Piper's leverage against her. Perfect.
Yep.
I think it's better than hitting a Rose plan or Bailey to belly, which she did. But you know, there was other things that happened after that. Chelsea came out there in a luchadora mess, which I thought was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed this match. I literally have nothing bad to say about Bailey versus Piper.
Nope, I don't have anything bad to say either. And he would say it. I'm gonna say it for him since he's not here. Put some respect on Piper Niven's name. Even Bailey at the end of the match when she was sitting outside the ring had to nod her head and be like, "You got it, you got it."
That was dope.
Showing the respect.
Would you have wanted a handshake after the match? Or you
No,
think it was good. Okay, all right.
No.
Okay. Do you think anything happens with Piper because of this match? Like, or does she just go back into?
I think she split from Chelsea.
I like them together though.
Oh, it's a great pairing.
Split them. I feel like you split them. Both of them are gonna get lost in like translation, I guess.
I don't think Piper gets lost in translation. I don't think so. Piper is the kind of talent that if you book her correctly, she could be taken very seriously.
I agree.
She could be taken in the same vein as a Nia Jax.
Yeah, I agree. Or even better.
I kind of think that's what Raw needs right now with Nia being on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I think Raw needs that powerhouse, that irresistible force. Not to use the catchphrase, but I think Raw needs that women's talent that is just mowing over people and just like I think that's what they need, and I think she would be. So here's the thing. Before the other week, we'd never really heard Piper talk. And then she could
speak
every now and then.
Yeah.
But we've never heard her cut a promo like she did 2 weeks ago.
I agree.
And that was one of her, if not the best, one of her better promos that she's ever cut since she's been in the business.
Yeah.
Or in WWE at least. So I think her tapping into that UK Piper Niven that was before she became Doudrop, and the fact that she became Doudrop was an insult in itself.
Yeah.
But you know, if she could tap back into that UK Piper Niven, people have no other choice but to respect her. She'll be a force to be dealt with. So
I think there's been a lot of damage done to the Piper brand, though. That's the only thing. Like you said, the Doudrop thing. I think she lost to Bianca like every week straight for like 3 months. You know, I think she's an incredible talent. And like you said, if booked correctly, she could be a force to be reckoned with. However, I just hope that her brand hasn't been damaged too much to take her seriously.
Well, dude, Naya's brand was almost devastated because she said that people were saying she was unsafe.
Well, yeah, that's
literally injuring people.
No, that's true. That's true. And
so if Naya can come back from it,
and all it takes is good creative. Honestly, all it takes is good creative. Piper has the talent, so all it takes is good creative.
Right.
So how do we do in this match? Pretty sure everybody got that one, but
shout out to Will King. He's in here. He went with Piper. Everybody else went with Bailey.
Yeah, shout out to Will. It's my guy.
I forgot to say this at the beginning. After these predictions, there is guaranteed to be a brand new champion.
Oh wow. Okay.
I will say that.
You heard it there. Who's on the
guaranteed? Bonji got his results in. They were late. And I mean, not like 15 minutes late. I mean, like 2 hours late.
Oh, well, yeah. He's disqualified.
And then I posted the question in the chat. I said, hey, should we allow it? You guys said yes. I told him, I said, okay, you're in. Give me your predictions immediately. He never sent anything.
Oh, man. Bonji.
Yeah, Bonji burst into flame.
Very unchampion, like, excuse me. We're live. All right. Okay, so let's get to the main event.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Here it goes.
Man. Anybody that got that freaking Keenan and Kel reference, we love you. All right. Yeah. Who loves orange soda?
Yeah, loves orange soda.
All right, let's. I do. Oh man. Okay. The main event: Damian Priest defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Scotland's own Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
So,
you want me to go?
Yeah. Yes. Please.
All right. So here we are. We are Drew McIntyre in another title match in his hometown. So, like, if I really were to really encapsulate it and just put it in a box and just make my opinion really short, my opinion would be
oh man.
We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, it is not a singular act. It is a habit. The same guy that I've been coming on here and proclaiming to the masses. In the words of Sir Wilkins, is 12 to 13. I think he's 1-15 in title matches in the last 3 years. Why would we say Drew McIntyre is going to win? WWE is known for screwing over talent in their hometown and not letting them go over. They're known for it. They're known for it.
In the overview.
The whole, I guess the old kind of bled into the new now, didn't it?
Yeah. Well.
Listen, and I said it on the show last week. As soon as Judgment Day was banned from ringside, the writing was on the wall. We already knew what it was.
Yep. Copyright infringement. Wow. Okay. Well, yes. CM Punk.
But like I said, to encapsulate my opinion is Who's the loser? I'm sorry.
Are you? Because it doesn't seem like it. Drew McIntyre loses again. Speaking of losing, Damian Priest almost lost a leg.
A whole leg.
We're
The
happy
GI
that he's
Joe
okay.
leg almost came off. You almost saw the little ball bearing when the legs come off the action figures. That man was
but why
done.
is Priest not getting the same criticism as Jay? Okay, never mind. It's fine. Don't answer that.
Who said that?
I said, why is Priest not getting the same criticism as Jade? But don't worry, it's okay.
I would answer, but I won't.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Drew McIntyre loses again. CM Punk cost him the match. Okay, Drew had it won. CM Punk counted 1, 2, and if this was the 90s or early 2000s, he would have gave him one of those. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't do that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, he could have gave it. Oh, that would have been hilarious.
He did. He gave him the 2 count.
Oh, he did give him a. Oh,
yes,
he gave him one of those?
he counted, and Drew looked up and he said, "Wonderful."
Oh, that is awesome.
Shout out to Janelle from HR for the Jobber Tears podcast. We had a discussion about this and we laughed.
Shout out to Janelle.
We laughed so. It's unbelievable.
And I guess we can speak on it now. Drew obviously cut a promo, if you can call it that, quitting on Monday Night Raw.
I think we know what that is, though.
Yeah, I mean,
that's either one of two things. Either he's going to go to SmackDown. He's going to show up on SmackDown Friday, tomorrow. Well, today, as we record this live. He's either going to show up on SmackDown, or the rumor and innuendo is that Drew McIntyre always had an interest in being TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't see him doing that, but
he always said he wanted to fight Moose. That's all I'm going to say. And with this crossover with WWE and now WWE and Pro Wrestling Noah joining along with the group,
yeah,
anything is possible.
No, you're right.
That's all I can say. Anything is possible. But
yeah. So Knuckles. And by the way, solid match, but Drew just lost again.
Absolutely.
How do we do on this prediction?
I got it right.
And everybody else got it wrong.
You and B got it wrong. Shout out to Will King for being the intelligent one and knowing that Drew is a loser. He also picked Damian Priest.
Go ahead, Knuckles. Just laugh it up. Laugh it up, pal. It's fine. You wait till V gets back.
What?
Yeah, you wait till V gets back. You're gonna be in trouble.
No. I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble for being right the whole time. Come on, man. God.
Hey, when you're right, you're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
that was easy. How could y'all have not seen that? As soon as they banned Judgment Day from ringside, how could y'all have not seen that?
I just didn't think they were gonna do that to Drew again. It's like the same Moon Flav and V voice. Like I just didn't think they was gonna do that again to him.
That man is
the same Moon is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie.
That man is the Susan Lucci of professional wrestling. Wow. Always nominated, but never a winner.
Wow.
It took Susan Lucci 72 years to win an Emmy, and then she finally won one.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was crazy, but it's true. It's true.
Right. Look, Knuckles, you were right. Okay? All right, pal. You were right.
Yeah.
All right, pal. All right. So what did you think of Clash? And who's champion?
Clash was good. I give it a near fall.
Oh wow. All right. Well, if our producer was ready, then
Yeah,
well, there it is. Look at that.
there it is. I would have given it a 3 count, but sentimental judgment, it's a 3 count
Yeah. In
for me.
actuality. Yeah.
In actuality, it's a near fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. It was a good show. It had its issues. And yeah, there was a couple of things that's preventing me from making it. Is the wide 6 over there? You okay?
No, and I
making
didn't
it-
know Cody Rhodes' name was talent name.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't know
crazy.
that.
Yeah, talent name here. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
undisputed WWE champion. Name.
Well, at least they didn't put bacon there. All right. Yeah, I give it an earful as well. Okay. The moment of truth here.
Oh, the moment of truth.
Yeah, and I don't mean
The moment of truth is if it had come down to the tiebreaker,
yeah,
which is very impressive, B would have won because B was only 7 seconds off.
wow.
7 seconds. 7 seconds off. It was 2020. Oh, that's so hilarious. Wow, that's hilarious. The Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest match went 20 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is also hindsight. 2020.
Wow. Yeah, that's
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Damian, me picking Damian.
What time did I say? 17?
20. What, your time?
Yeah.
22:10.
22. Oh, I went 22. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
22:10.
You know, it's funny. The Sami Zayn match was 22:15. But anyway, go ahead.
See?
Yeah.
But yeah, me picking Priest over McIntyre put me over the top. So therefore, with no asterisks, back in the saddle again, ladies and gentlemen. You're new for the 3rd time. Go for the pin, prediction champion, your boy, DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night. I'm out here. Come get it. You want the smoke? I got it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Man, you know what? You guys are too much, man. You know, I appreciate.
We're not doing this tonight.
Doing what? Listen, when in the course of human events,
I didn't get any applause when I won the championship. You don't get any. Now,
I mean,
let's move on.
Did we have applause when you won the championship?
Who knows? I don't know. Oh wait, John. Hold on.
It's been so long.
Will all NXT wrestlers eventually go to the main roster, or is NXT a separate WWE company? No, NXT is definitely within WWE. WWE is NXT. NXT is WWE. Do all NXT wrestlers go to the main rosters? The main roster? No. Some talent get released before they ever make it to the main roster. It happens, you know. So no, not everybody that's on NXT make it to the main roster. Good question.
Good question.
Yeah. All right. So quick. I just want to say a quick thing. So to everybody that's hit me up, I had actually posted you know, a little bit of my fitness journey and my transformation and everything, and I appreciate everybody that has contacted me and reached out to me. It really does mean a lot. I'll answer that question in a second, John. So here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a doctor of any sort. But you know, to have people actually like DM me, asking me like what's some of my, you know, my fitness tips and things like that, it means a lot, you know. it's not a secret. Anybody that reaches out to me, I will tell them exactly what I did, and what I continue to do. What works for me may not work for you, though. You have to find something that works for you. Everybody's body is different, and how everybody breaks down things is different. So, but a real quick synopsis, literally, and this is for everybody that's like curious as to what I did personally and how I was able to drop 30 pounds in the last, what are we in June, in the last 5 months or so. And I'm still going. I have a goal of 175 by Jobber Slam, which goes down August 24th, in Brooklyn. Make sure get your tickets if you're in the New York City area, or if you can be in the New York City area for that weekend. Make sure you get your tickets now. But yeah, so basically a brief synopsis of what I did. When I first started working out the first month, I literally just walked. I walked a lot, and I drank a lot of water. You do have to watch what you eat. Okay, but I'm not like super strict with my diet that like I only eat salads and this, that, and the third. First of all, let me make something like perfectly clear to you guys. There are so many better options than salad out there. Like, you do not have to sit there and eat salads all day to lose weight. Like, it's yeah, like you you definitely don't just salads. Like, I don't eat salads. I hate salad, by the way. So like, but I never needed it. Because there's so many other ways to get fit and to lose weight. Secondly, just make sure you're perfectly hydrated. You got to drink a lot of water. Cut out sugar. Okay, try to cut it out completely. That means alcohol. Like, and we use the word moderation. Give me 1 second. Anthony says, "Hey, hi fellas. I just subscribed to the channel. What do you talk about? I'm new to the channel. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey man, hit that thing again. Hit that thing for the new subscribers. Hey, monkeys in the truck. Producer. Hit that again.
Yeah, there you go.
Hit that again for the new subscriber. We out here. Anthony, man, is it Manzano? I don't want to mispronounce it, but welcome to Go for the Pin Nation, my boy. Appreciate you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. We talk about wrestling. It's a wrestling podcast, so we're here to talk about all about wrestling and things of that nature. Most wrestlers, if not all, are in shape, right? So that's another reason why I'm talking about fitness here on the show. So basically, I'll wrap this up by saying, drink more water. Try to get as much exercise as you can, as you're physically able to. Some people, if you're able to exercise, some people aren't able to. Find what works for you. Try to count calories, but don't go crazy with it. Just make sure that you're staying in some sort of caloric deficit. And please watch what you eat. And also the alcohol. Like, I'm telling you right now, I lost so much weight by like not drinking juice and soda and not drinking alcohol. If you're going to drink alcohol, it probably should be maybe not even once a week, like probably once a month if you're going to do it. Once a month. But again, thank you to everybody that reached out to me, that DM me, that wants me to get in the ring. Like, Bobby Showwater personally would put on like Twitter, oh, you getting ready to train at Fallout? Bobby,
it's
I'm
happening.
not getting in the ring.
It's happening.
I'm not getting in the ring.
Joe Kim Morales, Mike EQ versus DJ Knuckles, August 24th. Let's get it.
Oh wow. Well, Joe, you heard him. You heard him, man.
Arm wrestling match.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Just put a table right in the middle of the ring.
Right in the middle of the ring. Pow. There it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We're working that though. I gotta go over, pal. All right.
You might be the lead commentator, but
yeah,
you might be the leg slap professor, but slapping legs ain't got nothing to do with bending arms, guys. You better get the hell out of here.
My arms are pretty huge now. All right.
33 and a third percent.
Not that way. All right. Let's get back to the commentary. So NXT is basically like a tryout to see how wrestlers do. In a sense, No, in a sense, it is developmental, right? It is.
WWE Speed is where we try out this.
So NXT. All jokes aside, NXT is developmental. You do a tryout to get into developmental, right?
Yes.
So NXT is not the actual tryout. You have to show that you're worthy of even being in NXT first before you get onto NXT.
Right.
NXT is more so to see if you're ready to be on television, if you're ready to be a big star at a bigger level. That's what NXT is designed to do is to get you ready for that next step, that next level in your career. Was WWE Toughen Up a reality scripted show, or was it legit? Like, did the winners of Toughen Up actually win?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Maven. Who was some other ones? Maven. What was the what was the other girl? Nydia, that's it. Nydia.
The two winners.
And what was the dude with the Harvard graduate jacket guy? Chris Nowinski. Yeah, he won. It's actually and they're excuse me. They've got a series on, correct me if I'm wrong, either Max or Netflix or something like that, where it's basically Tough Enough, but it's named something else. It's something completely different, but the premise is the same. They're looking for talents that they can bring in, that they can train and they can develop for, future WWE superstars. So
yeah, definitely. Okay, yes. So that Anthony said, I was reading an article recently on a sports journal website. They say most elite athletes at minimum each day eat 400,000 calories a day. No way, bro. You'd be dead.
Right.
400, or do you mean like 4,000 calories a day?
Maybe 400.
No, 400. That's light. Like 400 is like nothing. But
4,000 calories, I can understand.
Yeah, 400,000 calories. That's crazy.
They're putting you in a grind.
Actually, Triple H clarified the Performance Center is developmental. NXT is the third show because it's on live television each week. Yeah, like it's both. Like it's developmental, but it is their third brand. I think Matt Morgan also won Tough Enough. Did he? I know he was on one. Did he? He might have.
It's possible.
I'm gonna do my Googles as we're live here. Toughen Up. I might have missed that season then. If he did win.
I missed a lot of the seasons after the first one.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. I missed season 2, season 3, season 4, if there was one. The Maven one, I just didn't watch again. Nothing against the show or anything.
No, he didn't. He didn't win the show. I'm looking now. So Maven won that year. Yes, Maven.
Yeah, he won the
first year. Toughen Up 2 is the one that Matt Morgan was on. It says Morgan was first introduced when he entered as a part of its Toughen Up 2 program, but left the show early due to injury. Morgan signed a developmental deal with WWE.
I do kind of remember that.
In 2002, he signed a developmental deal and was assigned to OVW. So no, Matt Morgan has never won Toughen Up. Okay. We have to go to Raw.
Yeah.
What has he been at? All right. So obviously everybody wants to talk about the Wyatt 6 angle that ended the show, but Knuckles, is there some other things that you want to talk about before we get to Okay, yeah. So Anthony said I misread the article. Actually, they said 4,000 calories a day. By the end of the year, they'd consume 400,000 calories. Yes, I can see. I can see most athletes eating about 4 because they burn so much. They burn a lot of calories. If
Right.
you're trying to lose weight, you guys should not be eating 4,000 calories unless you're a super athlete. Like they work out crazy. So they have to consume a lot of food, but it's healthy food. I'm sure they're not just consuming junk. They're probably consuming a lot of protein in order to maintain that muscle. So don't just, and again, I'm not a doctor or a fitness trainer. I'm just a guy that knows how to lose weight for myself. But yeah, that interesting point there.
Anthony coming out firing with the knowledge. I like.
Yeah, definitely. In an interview with Chris Van Fleet, he said that he got injured, but was still put in WWE because they knew he had potential. Yeah, Matt Morgan. The issue with Matt Morgan is I feel like he suffered from that personality thing, like the lack of personality. Like he was a big guy that could move in the ring, but he just didn't have it personality wise to a lot of people. I think.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Yep.
He didn't really tap into that personality until he got the TNA.
Yeah, I agree. The blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the majority of these elite athletes, either in pro wrestling or in other sports, are vegetarian or vegan. They don't eat a lot of meat. I don't know about that because I feel like a lot of them do eat a lot of meat because
Braun Strowman be got there. Braun Strowman would throw a cow in the air and just while it's moving, just
get these hands. Yeah.
right.
But
with fork and knife.
So the reason I disagree, Anthony, respectfully, is because I a lot of athletes eat a lot of chicken. Okay, they eat a lot of like grilled chicken. No, I'm saying they don't eat fried chicken. They eat a lot of grilled chicken. A lot of jerk chicken. No, they don't eat a lot of jerk chicken. But no, in all seriousness, a lot of athletes do eat a lot of like grilled chicken and like a lot of like steak. They do like steak. A lot of, but because again, there's a lot of protein in there. And it's the easiest way to get some good like lean protein, which is what you want as an athlete. But yeah, there are some people like I know Bryan Danielson went vegan for a little bit, but I don't think he's still vegan now. I think that he did give up that for a while. I lost my train.
Now I gotta look.
We're live. I'm sorry. I just lost my train. I feel like Wesley on NXT when
oh Lord.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I know Bryan Danielson did try to be vegan for a little bit, but he actually, you're more like susceptible to like injury if you if you don't have the proper like nutrition or whatever. So it's like
Fair.
I feel like you need that aspect in a certain sense. In a certain sense, if you're like a super pro athlete. But yeah, I'm sure there are athletes out there that are vegan. Definitely. I think Matt Morgan was made a fool with his stuttering gimmick. Yeah. Well, Matt Morgan actually in real life did have like a little bit of a speech impediment. So, yeah, I mean, all right. The reason I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that is I'm looking at the top guys who lasted in sports for a long time. Guys like Brady, Manning, Aaron Rodgers. They don't eat meat. Okay, fair.
I mean, I think. Well, the one thing that pops out in your comment, Anthony, is that you named football players.
True. Yeah, that have to stay more lean and
they have to stay more lean, and they have to. Not saying that football is a very, very much physical contact sport.
Oh yeah,
it is.
And you mentioned quarterbacks here also for what I'm
Exactly. And you
yeah.
mentioned all quarterbacks. Is it as physical as professional wrestling?
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling, you're constantly on the move.
Mm-hmm.
You're never in one spot unless you're. Am I allowed to say rest hold? Am I allowed to say that?
They get mad at you for that, but it's okay.
Well, we know what it is.
Yeah.
Commercial break. That's what it is. It's so football players and quarterbacks, they run a play and then they have 45 seconds to just chill so they can kind of catch their breath, kind of like get themselves together while they're in the huddle calling another play, blah blah blah. Professional wrestling, you are constantly moving. Like you're running rope, you're running ropes, you're taking bumps, you're getting thrown over the top rope, you're taking bumps on the outside, you're going through tables, you're falling off ladders, you're falling through cages, i.e. Mick Foley. Um, it's they say it's not ballet. And it's very, very true. The human body, the human anatomy is not fit to take bumps and fall off of the places that these wrestlers are falling off of. So I think that has a lot to do with, how your body has to be. You have to build that up and you have to eat those calories and steaks and chicken, like Mike said, in order to be able to endure that type of punishment. So I think that's in reality, that's what I got from your comment. But it was a good comment nonetheless. It's true.
Definitely. Oh yeah. No, definitely. No, Anthony's on it. Like
He is. Are
John,
you a fitness guru, Anthony? I mean, are you into fitness like that? Are you like 6'2", 235 or something like that?
You ready to get in the ring or something? Like if you're a pro athlete, let us know, I might need some advice from you. All right. Have you both ever considered using PEDs or steroids? Or or you don't care about having a muscular body that much? So I'm gonna be completely honest here, right? Have I thought about it? I have, but that quickly went out of my mind really quick. It's people look at it as the easy way out, right? I don't want the easy way out. I don't want anything that's gonna do even more damage to my body later on. You see some of these guys that have taken steroids and they look crazy now. Like, years later and down the line, they look crazy. It's not for me. I'm not gonna judge somebody else for doing it, but it's not for me. I don't care enough to have that type of body in order to do that much damage to my body. But for some people, especially, and also I'm not on television every week. I will say this, right? I don't think wrestlers should necessarily be tested for PEDs. And the reason I say that is because yes, it is a contact sport in a sense. However, there is no unfair advantage aspect of professional wrestling because it is a form of scripted entertainment. You're not like, all right, for example, in baseball or in football or any one of these other actual like competitive sports, you are you're literally competing, right? I think it's an unfair advantage at that point if you are taking steroids, like that's or any type of PEDs, because there are other PEDs, with the exception that are legal, that are not steroids. There are PEDs out there. And you guys can disagree, it's okay, but I don't think in wrestling, because it's not a competitive sport where you're getting an illegal advantage over a person because you're taking these PEDs, I don't think you should be tested for it in professional wrestling. Now, obviously, like if you're coming there drunk or on like or you're taking some serious stuff, then yeah, okay, I can understand that, because now you're not only doing damage to yourself, you have another person's life in your hands in the ring. And this is a great question, John. You have somebody else's life in your hands in the ring. And this isn't just an opinion that I had. Taz on his show was actually asked about this when he had his radio show on CBS. He was asked about PEDs. He shares a similar thought process as me when it comes to like, all right, you're not getting an illegal advantage over your opponent in that sense. It's literally to make you look a little bit better on TV, which is, this is a television show where you're expected to look good each week. So I'm gonna wrap it up by saying, have I thought about doing it? Maybe for a second. Would I do it? Absolutely not. But I'm not gonna judge the people that do it.
Yeah, I never thought about it at all. I was blessed enough to have a wife that can cook, and I ran with it. So if I would lose any kind of weight, if I'm going to lose any kind of weight or get any kind of fit, it's got to be the natural way. Excuse me. Mike said, if you ever get a chance, Google Scott Steiner. Just saying.
All right. So, oh man, somebody ought to gave a dislike on that, but all right. I don't know. I don't know who did that, but yeah. It's fine. Okay. So Anthony said, and this is what shocked me, how a guy like Dusty Rhodes or Kevin Owens lasted this long with how out of shape they looked. So again, right? These are great conversations, right? Just because they looked out of shape doesn't mean they're actually out of shape. I'm sure that what Kevin Owens is physically capable of doing, I would say probably 90% of the people out there can't do that. Okay, they can't do what he do. He would be blown up every night if he was out of shape. If he's a bigger guy, it doesn't necessarily mean like he's out of shape. It's just he has a different physique than your average like pro athlete.
Right.
But Kevin Owens is extremely in shape. He may look a little bit heavier than somebody else, but the athleticism that Kevin Owens possesses, like, I wish I had like a fraction of the athleticism that Kevin Owens has.
Right.
Dusty, another big guy, right? But athletic as hell. Like Dusty, he could move out there. Okay, if you ever watched Dusty Rhodes, Samoa Joe, these are super heavyweights, right? That can move like cruiserweights. So they
shout out to Yaya.
Really hard. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I say if you want to take an example from somebody who really isn't on the main TV show thing, go on YouTube and look up the Gifted One Yaya. That is the epitome of someone who is like super athletic for his size, extremely athletic. He's on the Indies. We'll see him on the 24th of August. But yeah, that's another one. But yeah, I mean,
Anthony's a big guy too. He's 6'2", 205. That's big guy and shape guy. Okay, so take
see, there you go.
Very serious. I know about fitness because I competed in swimming, soccer, and I was on the Raiders team. Oh, wow. Okay. When I was in high school. Wow. Okay. Impressive.
Raiders like Oakland Raiders?
I'm assuming that's what the junior OTC team. I'm not familiar with that.
They are ROTC? That's like it's like military.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys feel there's a certain style of wrestling that causes more injury? A lot of people say lucha libre has the highest risk of injury because of how stiff the rings are. So you refer to like the Mexican rings and things of that nature. And that high flying style. Obviously if you do high risk, it's you're putting yourself if you're doing a high spot or whatever, a high risk move, yeah, of course you're putting yourself in, more danger. But I mean, we've had promoters and wrestlers and all kind of people on the show, all kind of personalities on the show, and they'll tell you the same thing I'm about to tell you. You can get hurt running the ropes. Okay, you can twist an ankle running a rope. You can, what I'm saying? You literally can get hurt on what you would think is the smallest thing. So it's something more dangerous than something else. I don't know. I mean, you could do a suicide dive to the floor 100 times, but you do one suplex and land wrong, you might be paralyzed. It's it's tough. It's a hard business. But in terms of the style of wrestling that actually causes the most injury is usually strong style. I'm assuming strong style with how stiff the spots are. Yeah, I mean, unless you get somebody that knows what they're doing out there, you can be stiff. No, excuse me. You can be snug without being stiff. There's a difference. And if this was another show, I'm sure those words out of context would mean something totally different. But yes, you can be snug and not stiff. So you don't want somebody that's super stiff with you in there, like unless you prefer that kind of thing. But I'm moving on. You're gonna kill me.
What are we talking about here?
Talking about wrestling. Okay.
Okay,
wrestling.
all right. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
All right now. All right. But steroids can be dangerous because I believe Redacted went crazy because of steroids. It messed him up mentally. I think that's what doctors and medical examiners said. It wasn't just the steroids. He had a bad case of CTE as well. With the concussions and all of that. And it's a lot that went into that situation that I'd rather not get into.
Talk about. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let's keep going. Rey Mysterio recently did an interview where he said he himself is surprised he lasted as long as he has, how young he started, and how sick the rings are in Mexico. Yeah, those Mexican rings are hard. Like I haven't been in one, but from everything I've heard and from what people say, they're worse than the old like WWE rings from the early 90s. Yeah, so I could imagine. Okay. It's a lot of questions. We're trying to get to everything. I know we still need to cover Raw really quickly, and yeah. And Hitman Hard Wrestling with Shadows documentary, he basically talks about what wrestling is about more than what he talks about himself, right? Like what is it like to be a professional wrestler? I
can tell you what it's like to be a professional wrestler, and I'm not even a professional wrestler.
Yeah, you'd have to when we get a professional wrestler on, ask them. I'm not a professional wrestler.
Maybe next week.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But
good question.
Yeah,
I can't answer.
I think
I'm not a professional wrestler.
Being a professional wrestler, along with I'm not even gonna try to make this long with it, but along with being in shape and being all of that, being a professional wrestler, number one, takes a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something that is going to occupy a lot of your time.
Definitely.
Is it something I would suggest to, let's say, a guy married with 2 children? No. Unless your significant other and your 2 children were understanding that this is, because we've heard in the wrestling world that a lot of wrestlers married at some point when they get into this, and then it ends up going bad because of the time and the effort that you have. Back in the 90s, these wrestlers were wrestling 320 days a year.
Yeah.
That's more than 3/4 of the entire year. So think about in your normal life. Like, so my gimmick job is I'm a officer. So just think about doing officer duties 320 something days out of a 365-day year. That is stressful. It takes a lot of sacrifice, patience, understanding. All of that entails being a professional wrestler. That's away from the physical stuff. That
Yeah.
at that point, it's emotional, mental, everything else like that. So you really have to be dialed in on your mental, on everything to be a professional wrestler. And that's not nothing I know personally. That's just what I've seen and what I've heard from professional wrestlers. So
Yeah, definitely. If you
ooh,
guys
this
had
is a good question.
if you guys had a chance to be trained by a Hall of Fame trainer in professional wrestling, who would it be? That is a great question.
You better not steal my toys while I die over here.
Who would I want to be trained by? Professional wrestling. See, I shouldn't say unknown. I have an indie pick, but I'll keep it mainstream just because I know you guys probably are familiar with the mainstream
Well,
wrestling.
let's give them indie picks too, so it gives them something to look up.
So
give them some homework. Who's your indie wrestler, Mike, that you would like to be trained by?
Steve Pena, without question.
Oh, that's
Steve
good.
Pena.
That's good.
I think Pena is amazing. And again, all jokes and everything aside, storylines aside, and everything. I think Steve Pena is amazing, and I'd love to be trained by Steve Pena. And Steve Pena has roots to Johnny Rods, who Anthony actually put in his next comment, who he would want to be trained by. Johnny Rods is another one for me. Also, if we want to talk about professional wrestling, Johnny Rods. So many people was trained by Johnny Rods, and they're great wrestlers. I mean, Taz was trained by Johnny Rods. So a lot of people come from that era. More currently,
he said Hall of Famer now.
Oh, Hall of Famer.
That's what I think that's what he said in the comment.
Oh, Shawn Michaels.
You bastard.
I took it. I'm sorry. Shawn Michaels without question, but yeah. While you think about it, Knuckles, John was clarifying. He was saying no. He was saying that. So he was telling us what Brett was talking about on Wrestling with Shadows. I saw the documentary. Remember, we mentioned it last week. I saw it.
We did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead, Knuckles.
So if I had to be trained, let me go indies first.
Mm-hmm.
It'll kind of be between two, but I'm gonna pick out one. Colossal Mike Law.
Oh yeah.
Great pick. That his mind for the business is impeccable.
21-year vet.
Yeah, 21-year vet. Either that
at this point, it might be 23 years now at this point, but yeah.
Either him, and I know I'm gonna catch heat for who I'm about to say, but if another indie guy, if I had to, it would be Darius Carter. Darius Carter is just the quintessential. Here you go. Mike has left the building because he hates Darius Carter. but seriously, on a serious note, Darius Carter, like him or hate him, he is the quintessential wrestler's wrestler. He is character. I'm trying to hold it. Character.
You still talking about him?
Yes, character and ring work. Darius Carter is, yeah. Look them up on YouTube. And since Mike took my pick, Shawn Michaels, I would say Dean Malenko.
Great pick. Yeah, great pick.
Dean Malenko, see if you really are then on wrestling, all three of my picks were technical wrestling.
Yeah. Makes sense.
There's no high flying, no planchas, no nothing like that. Mat work,
Mm-hmm.
basic mat work.
Yeah.
That's going back to the 90s and the 80s where planchas wasn't really thought of as, how we see it today.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dean Malenko would probably be, if I couldn't train with Sean, and I would be mad at Mike as I sit there and watch as he's being trained by Sean, and I'd probably kick him in the knee for taking my pick.
All right, Sean, show me how to throw a super kick. All right.
Malenko, show me how to throw a brain buster.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Moving on.
Yeah. Anthony said that he would be trained by Harley Race, Johnny Rods, or Killer Kowalski if he was still alive. Yeah. Great picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Legendary picks.
Or my backup plan is the great Lucha Libre. Is the great Lucha Libre families in Mexico like Mystico's family or Pentagon's family. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. It seems like you're familiar with like
knowledgeable
Lucha Libre and different type of styles of wrestling. Did you ever think about getting into wrestling since you was already a athlete?
Yeah, where's he located too? Is he
Yeah.
on the West Coast? Because I know he said something about Raiders. I wonder if he's in like California or Oakland or something like that.
Yeah, let us know. Not exact locations or anything like that. Just maybe
just broad.
Yeah.
Don't give your address.
No, please don't do that. Please not do that. All right. Okay. Raw. Okay. Obviously, White 6. We was about to get into something.
Yeah. You asked me if there was anything about Raw. Seth came back, which was nice.
Did come back. Yeah.
Seth came back at the top of the show. That was a surprise. Otis finally broke.
Yeah.
Pushed Chad Gable aggressively. Was there? Yeesh. That nothing really other than Jey Uso qualified for Money in the Bank. The Liv Morgan saga continues.
I love the Liv Morgan Dom stuff. The best stuff on Raw. Just want to comment on that. Maybe the best stuff.
I promise you, when they were backstage talking, I thought Liv was naked under that vest. I was like,
I knew they wasn't gonna do that though.
I was like, man, you better please, Lord.
Knuckles.
My heart can't take it.
Knuckles.
I can't do it.
Is it your heart? All right. Anthony said no because by the time I started getting into wrestling, I was already
waiting. Something like that would never mind.
Easy, big fella. All right. No, because by the time I started getting into wrestling, I was already way older and stuff like that. I was in the middle of my senior year of high school and already had major injuries. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I tore my ACL in both my knees. Oh my God. Playing baseball. I broke my shoulder in 5 places riding motorcycles. Oh.
Good gracious.
Jeez, man.
I know about them ACLs though. God,
yeah. Man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Listen, I tore my ACL my senior year of high school playing basketball, so I know how that is. I know how that is. Senior year of high school.
Jeez.
Suck.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, Mike. White 6.
White 6. All right. They come in, cause havoc, attack everybody, beat up everybody in Gorilla in the show on a major high, had everybody talking about it. So V, who's not here right now, but is very much still here in spirit. V actually said I counted 5, right? And I have a theory on that. I think it's the memory of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I hear it could wind up being Alexa as well. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know.
Please no.
I feel like if Alexa was going to be a part of it, she would have.
She would have been there.
Yeah.
If Alexa was going to be a part of it, it wouldn't have been. God dog it. Wow, how did I just get a brain fart right then?
We're live, pal.
What's the girl's name?
Welcome to Go for the Pin. We're live, pal.
Yeah, what is her name, Mike?
Nikki Cross.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I was like, who are we talking about? Nikki
If
Cross.
it was gonna be Alexa Bliss, it wouldn't have been Nikki Cross. And Nikki Cross fits this way better than Alexa Bliss does. I think Nikki Cross is a way better fit. I would rather Alexa come back as the character she was before with the I can't even think of what the name of her character was. I know it was Alexa Bliss, but it was she had like a nickname, like it was a tagline. But she used to hold the belt like this and everything. Like her younger, like 2015, 16, that Alexa Bliss. I mean, there were a lot of hints during Raw, Mike.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
A lot of hints. When Seth Rollins was in the ring talking, you could see like a shadowy figure in the background. Like up in the stands. It was just like a silhouette kind of like thing. The puppets in the locker room.
Yeah.
This was so well done.
I agree.
This was
production was on point.
Oh my, bro!
Everything, the lighting. I felt like I was watching a horror movie, Knuckles.
That's exactly what it was. It gave you feels. It gave you goosebumps. It gave you goosebumps in every good way possible.
Yeah.
With that being said, let me say this.
Uh-oh.
Please, for the love of God, let this play out. Do not be those simpletons on the internet talking about. I think I commented on it on the Jobber Tears page, and shout out to them again.
All right, enough shout outs.
People saying like they hope it goes somewhere because the five of them don't have star power, and this, that, and the other. Who cares? We are getting something different. We are getting something that was unfortunately interrupted and taken from us prematurely.
Yeah, I agree.
Bray Wyatt passing away crushed all of us. All of us. I remember us doing the show after he passed.
Yeah.
And it was just like a feeling between the three of us that was like, damn, man, like, because he has so much more to give to the business.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just on his way back. And for Bo, and I made this point, you question it so much. Auntie chastised me 2 weeks ago on this show. Sit there and watch professional wrestling. Just watch. Stop trying to be Maeve Deltzer and stop trying to be all these other guys on these dirt sheets trying to predict the future. And she was absolutely right. I saw this and I watched this play out. I said, oh, this is wonderful. Yeah. And Triple H would not have pulled the trigger on it if he didn't think it had potential. This is Bo Dallas. It's good to see Eric Rowan back. Be happy for him. It's good to see Dexter Loomis getting a shot again. We haven't seen him on TV in what, almost a year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And then Joe Gacy. These characters fit. These wrestlers fit the mold of what they're trying to do with this Wyatt 6 story that they're going to be doing. It fits. Let Triple H cook. He has given us
he's cooking
multiple times where he has come up big and has absolutely set the bar and then eclipsed the same bar that he set. Let this happen. If for nothing else, let's just be happy that somebody is continuing the Bray Wyatt legacy. If for nothing else.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Y'all guys on Facebook and Twitter be killing me, man. Y'all be all right.
Good thing I don't look at much of that anymore.
And I was real tame in those statements I just made, because I could have went left. Because it's crazy how much of a microwave generation that wrestling fans are right now. They want it now. They want it, put it in there, set it on 2 minutes, and then you get a result. No, that's not how wrestling works. You have to sit there and let things play out. This isn't the 70s anymore. We are way more educated as wrestling fans to know.
Nah, but you're right.
Okay, right. I say that, I use that loosely. But,
yeah, because some of them are not. But yeah, I'm listening.
Which is why I'm sitting here going on this soliloquy right now.
Soliloquy is crazy.
Yeah, if you ask me to spell it, I'm logging them.
All right.
But the person to me.
All right, hold on. With the whole Uncle Howdy and Wyatt Six stable, I think they're gonna have Sister Abigail, which I believe is Nikki Cross. It is, or is she Abby? I don't know. I'm assuming she's Sister Abigail, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, like you said, Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, Bo Dallas,
and Eric Rowan.
And Eric Rowan. And Rowan, guys, Rowan and Bo are a part of this group. They literally, like, you couldn't have two better people a part of this group than Bo and Eric Rowan. Like, so
you had to throw the OG in there.
Yeah,
he was one of the OG Wyatt family. He was one of the original three.
Yeah, exactly. Knuckles, I kind of agree with you. I'm kind of shocked they didn't allow Liv Morgan to be topless underneath Dom Strike. Oh man.
That would have never happened, but we can dream, goddarn it.
Yeah, it's a PG show. Now, if this was 20 years ago, yeah,
definitely. Attitude era.
But yeah, all right, Knuckles, easy there. But yeah, it's a PG show, guys. You got to keep that in mind. Knuckles, the sports fan in general, it's a microwave generation as a whole. Yeah,
I mean, okay, sports fans in general, but professional wrestling is the only sport that will give you storyline. You don't get storyline in basketball. You don't get storyline in baseball. You don't get
storyline, but it's not like, because you have rivals, right? You have the media that makes, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you do have somewhat of a story. But God, I'm sorry.
No, I understand, but it's not like this. This is
correct.
This is entertainment. This is meant to entertain us, which makes storyline, the word storyline, it gives it completely different context. Like we watch wrestling to see what's going to happen next. We don't watch basketball to see what's going to happen next. We don't watch football to see what's going to happen next. Like we don't watch basketball to see Denver play the Hawks and then watch Denver win by 30 and be like, oh, well, I wonder what's going to happen next time we play. The same thing. The same thing's going to happen. Yeah. So it's like wrestling gives those twists and turns and plot twists and swerves and all of that stuff.
Strickland? Oh, yeah.
Not Strickland. No, just regular swerves.
Oh, all right.
Skirt. But yeah. But yeah, I hate the microwave. I love watching things play out if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching things play out, like slow cooking. There's never been a roast that was delicious if you only cooked it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Slow cook it. Let that thing sit.
Yeah.
Let it simmer. Okay, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going based off the state trip Michaels made after Vince got ousted. They said they wanted to go back to TV 14.
Yeah, but currently it's still a PG show.
Yeah. I think they'll move the rating once they move networks.
I don't think so. I've heard
they go to Netflix. They're changing that rating, Mike.
I don't think so. We'll see. And if they do, I'll get on this show and say I was wrong. It's okay. I've been wrong before, but I think they have too much invested with their sponsors and people of that nature to ever go back to TV 14. At least not for a very long time, especially not in this climate, because they can't do what they used to do with that TV 14 rating that they had in the past. Like, it's not 20 years. So
if you can if you can freely do pornographic material on Twitter, you can bring wrestling back to TV 14.
They would be canceled, bro. Like the stuff that they would be wanting to do on television, they would be
No, but
canceled.
you have to give them the rope, Mike. You have to let them essentially you have to let them hang themselves. And I think Triple H and the people up top at Endeavor and DKO, I think they're knowledgeable enough not to hang themselves. Okay, you've given us the opportunity to go back to the Attitude Era. Thank you for the opportunity, and we're gonna push the line as far as we can, because right now with the rating they have right now, if you push the line, you're judged about it. Like, oh, that was too far, blah 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 blah, this, that, and the other. But if you are actually TV 14, then you can't be judged for like pushing the line because it's TV 14.
But guys, and Knuckles. So hold on. Anthony says Monday Night Raw wait.
It's gonna be on stream, right? Exactly.
Yeah, they're not gonna be on cable anymore. The thing is, it's not USA Network that wants Raw to be PG. That's the whole thing. Like it's a WWE decision to be PG. They could be TV 14 on USA Network. So them going to Netflix is not going to change the fact that they're PG because it's a WWE decision. Nobody's making them be PG.
But what's the difference? What's the difference between? And I'm gonna use very colorful language here. What's the difference between WWE being on USA? But and I'm gonna preface that by saying this: the same people, age groups, watch both. I'm gonna use WWE and AEW.
Yeah.
WWE is rated PG.
Yes.
They're PG right now. And you bloop out holy shit when the crowd you bleep out all of that.
Yeah.
But turn the channel to TNT and TBS and you got shit, fuck, goddamn, bits and all of that.
All right. Yep.
But that's what I'm saying though. How is it that it's okay for them to do it? AEW, and they don't catch flack for it, and if anything, they're applauded for it because it's more like the Attitude Era than WWE is.
It's just because of the TV rating. That's really the only difference. The TV rating is what changes that. Like, and here's the thing, right? What do you guys think is gonna happen if they go TV 14? Maybe a little bit more colorful language. That's about it. It's not gonna. This isn't again.
I mean, we may get more blood. And they're leaning toward it anyway.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I really think that WWE.
Did you not see the blood spots in the Wyatt segment?
Yeah, I did. We actually talked about it.
Chad Gable, he got shot in the head. Are you really?
Yeah, but that was that was movie style blood, if you will. We're talking about like intentional, like we're not gonna get into that on this, but like
but what I'm saying is, Mike, there was a time in WWE where there was no blood, period.
Yeah.
Bro, not even movie blood. There was nothing resembling blood on WWE programming at all. And I believe they were rated PG when that was a thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're starting to get more spots that are showing the use of color. So
yeah,
they're leaning toward it.
I don't think
so. Why not do it?
Change. I don't see what the purpose is behind it because it's like I don't feel like there's gonna be much of a change. Like Andy says, I think they can get away with more. It's not about them getting away with more. I think it's them as a company. That's what I'm trying to like get across.
I see your point.
WWE as a company doesn't want to be perceived as that anymore.
I see your point.
That's what I'm trying to get across. It's not necessarily. It's not USA Network. It's not the streaming site. Hold on. There's more mature content that they have to. They don't want more mature content. That's what I'm trying to say. I think they are happy with the balance of, okay, we have some stuff for adults like the Dominic and Liv stuff, but the majority of the show is catered towards children. And the reason that it's catered towards children is because that's what their brand is at this point. There's stuff for us. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of it is directed towards children. And I think WWE as a brand wants to continue that because there's too much. They make too much money catering to a younger demographic than they do catering to you or I, right? So it's like, again, you want children to be able to come to the WWE show that they're coming. Like they want the kids to tell their parents, Knuckles, you're a father, So I'm sure you taking your son to wrestling, and shout out to Jeremy. What up, nephew?
What up?
You take your son to wrestling. I'm sure it's easier for you to take him to a show where you don't have to sit there and maybe cover his eyes or have to be sitting there explaining such and such because he may be young to understand. I think that parents appreciate the fact that they can take their kid to a WWE show and not have to worry about it being too mature for them. Versus where
I agree.
And I only say that I pose that question to you because I'm not a parent yet. I know you're a parent, so I pose that question to you. But in hindsight, like I said, you do have AEW where they are TV 14, and the only difference there is the blood and the swearing. It's not like it's that much different than WWE, except the blood and the swearing. In terms of their TV 14 rating. And if you pay attention, TBS has been starting to censor certain things. They're not just letting them go out there and curse and, say that word and say, they're not just letting them do that. Some things do slip through, but for the most part, they're bleeping them out now. Yeah. So, I mean, I hear what you guys are saying. I want it to be more mature also. I'm not this keep it PG person, but I think WWE, especially over the last 17 years, they've gotten really comfortable being that family friendly show. So I don't think it's going to change that much going to Netflix, but I could be wrong.
Damn you, John Cena.
Well, that man made them a lot of money. Hold on, and I believe Vince for that because I think the fans wanted to stay TV 14, but Vince himself would. Yeah, yes, of course the fans wanted it to be TV 14, but I think they realized
that was probably only because they became a publicly traded company.
They became a publicly traded company. Linda started running for office. There's a couple of things that made them change into PG. But don't you think it would be beneficial to start slowly moving to TV 14 because these kids are not going to be 9 or 10 years old for a long time? They're going to be teenagers soon. Yes, that's a very good point.
And on top of that, what you're not going to see on WWE television, you're going to see on YouTube. Yeah, and you're going to see on TikTok.
Yeah. Of course.
So it's not like them not doing this is a preventive measure, because what you're not going to see there, you're going to see somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you watch both brands.
Yeah.
WWE and AEW, you're going to see it regardless.
Yeah. By the way, great conversation tonight.
Absolutely. We haven't had a conversation like this in a minute.
Yeah. What do you think about Monday Night Raw?
It's a 3 count for me.
Yeah, that main event segment just
it's a 3 count for me.
3 count.
Liv and Dom, Seth coming back.
Did you it's crazy because Liv, and this is not a knock on Liv, but Liv's had that kind of girl next door vibe to her for years, and she's totally playing this role to the very best of her ability. She almost seamlessly has gone from girl next door to you know what? I'm gonna get in trouble if I talk to this girl. She's dangerous. You know what I mean?
Mike.
Yes.
Mike. Tell the people watching if I'm lying. Was I not fanning out for Liv Morgan latter part of last year, middle of the year?
Yeah.
Bro, was I not talking about how Liv was sitting on the ropes and waving people, and I was willing to give my whole paycheck for her to wave at me?
All right.
I was.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
No, you were. I'm happy for Liv, and oh, she's not wrestling much. She doesn't need to. She does not need to.
Right.
Okay.
Rhea didn't either.
Exactly.
Gotta have it both ways, ladies and gentlemen.
When you have a character that works, you don't need to be out there like, oh my god, the internet gets me so upset sometimes. Like, oh, she doesn't wrestle. Like, I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is this story, right? And now you're gonna make me want to see her wrestle. Make me want to see her wrestle. Build it up so I want to see Liv wrestle. Right now, I'm happy with what Liv's doing. I'm happy.
Roman Reigns wrestled 12 days out the year.
That's a fact.
And y'all was all over it. Like,
that's a fact.
Acknowledge me. And when I say 12 days out the year, that means that one day they have a pay-per-view every month.
Exactly.
And it's 12 months in the year.
Oh,
so
man.
y'all was all over. Y'all was eating it up. Sir Wilkins again. Fucking delicious, as he would say. So don't do that. Talking about she don't wrestle.
When you guys look at the character Liv Morgan is portraying right now, is there an old school female wrestler gimmick that you see she's imitating a little bit?
Lita. That was when she was with Edge. I can see Lita. I can see Trish.
Yeah.
I can definitely see Trish. Marlena.
Mickey James too. Little Mickey James.
Terry Reynolds,
a little Mickey James as well.
Little Mickey James.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
There's a number of people.
Yeah.
And of course, Liv Morgan herself. She's creative in her own right, and she's really making this work. Like, really making this work.
Right.
Is the end goal Dom gets with Liv?
Ooh. No, because the Finn Balor thing is throwing me off.
How so?
Like in the beginning of it, yes, I thought Dom was gonna end up with Liv, but now with the things that Finn is doing, like Finn picked up the hotel key. You know what I mean? Yeah, he realized, like, let's bring it in, guys, and then he slides his hand and picks up the hotel key and puts it in his pocket. I don't know, man.
Interesting.
I've been known on this show.
It's a work. Never mind. I was gonna say something else, but it's a work, so it's fine. Go ahead, continue.
I've been known on this show to predict the future accurately at some points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really thinking that this is a Finn. Something is going on with Finn and Liv, obviously, but
very interesting.
It's so funny because everybody's been talking about how Damian was going to get ousted from the group. Now it might be Finn get ousted, and then we might have Dom and Rhea versus Finn and Liv.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So
it might be cooking. You might be cooking.
Yes, it's cooking all over. It's giving theater.
There you go. Shout to V.
King V, shout out to you. It's giving theater. So I don't know.
Yeah. In regards to Liv, how about Kelly when she was doing Extreme Expose and ECW?
She was just out there trying to get naked. That's all that was.
Yeah, Kelly was just there. Exactly.
She wasn't really flirting with anybody. Like, it wasn't part of.
No. She did the thing with Tess one time, I believe, right? Like, I think she was she danced on him.
Stacey Keebler did the thing with Tess too.
I mean, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Let's get up out of here. NXT was cool. Ethan Page is going up against Trick again at Heat Wave. Joe Hendry, excuse me.
Wait, what?
Huh? So Ethan Page beat Javon Evans in the main event to win another opportunity at Trick Williams after Javon Evans won the Battle Royal that Joe Hendry. that Joe
Joe
Hendry.
Hendry was in. Frankie Kazarian was in it.
Frankie Kazarian, yeah, good to see Kaz. You know, they once called him the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
They once called Drew McIntyre the future too. He was the chosen one.
Yeah, exactly. See how that worked out.
1 in 15.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And this is why he quit. Okay, he's going back to Scotland, and he's gonna stay there now.
Fighting with my family, part 2. I can't win a title.
Oh boy.
I hate it here.
Okay. We're gonna wrap it up here. Next week we'll be talking about Forbidden Door. It goes down live June 30th. Interestingly enough, SmackDown is at Madison Square Garden next Friday. So all of the talent will be in town. They will be in New York for SmackDown. Yes.
I know you're going.
No, I got too much stuff going on right now. But no, I am not going. I will not be there at any of the shows.
Full disclosure, if I wasn't going into Forbidden Door as the Go for the Pin champion, I would not have even predicted because I don't care.
Wow. Okay, well there you go.
I'm starting to lean toward V, man. After what I saw Wednesday, I was like,
what'd you see on Wednesday that made you not, it didn't work for you, brother?
I don't remember.
Oh, I thought it just didn't work for you, brother.
It doesn't.
You didn't find a Chris Jericho, and we can actually say this now because wait, so you didn't find Chris Jericho saying the power driver thing was like, yeah, he wanted to give me a power driver, and I said, wait, that doesn't work for me, brother, and I didn't do it.
The innuendos are there.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean,
bye guys.
Yeah, but the bye guys thing, it's meant to be funny. I'm not taking it seriously though.
Exactly. And Claudio and Pac close the show.
Yes.
Pac beat Claudio to advance in the whole tournament.
That could be a story in itself.
Yeah, it's like okay, I guess.
See. How did the dude do it on TikTok?
I don't know. I don't have the tactics. I don't have that, so I don't know. Why are you showing me your hands?
What's the guy that went viral and like the dude from I don't want to say he's African because that would be stereotypical. But pal. And he just went like, and he would do like memes or like stuff that's like obvious. People trying to do stuff in difficult ways, and then he just simplifies it and was like.
I think I've seen that meme, but yeah.
Yeah. Wrestling is okay.
All right, we're going to wrap the show up. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you for all of our new subscribers, new listeners. We'll hit that applause again.
Yeah, hit it again, producer.
All right. There it is. Yeah. All right. Well,
Anthony, we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, great questions tonight, great input. We hope you stick around. We're here every Thursday, usually around 11:30 Eastern time. But yeah, follow us on social media if you can. It's at Go for the Pin _show on Instagram. I think V usually does this. Just find us. Search Go for the Pin, you'll find us. I'm Mikey Q.
Yeah.
That's DJ Knuckles. And we'll see you next week. Oh, follow V also.
Yeah, King V the Ruler on
Instagram and _ watch my phone on
just go to the page. Go to the page
and find us, follow us. Thank you guys. We will see you next week for all the talk in professional wrestling. Good night. Be safe. We love y'all.